Hi everyone, today we're working on Module 9, Custom Windows Sales. So if you look at this worksheet, we have some information from the Custom Windows company with locations and monthly sales amounts. It's a lot of numbers and a lot of cells, but it'd be probably a lot easier to read visually with a chart. So we're going to create one. Select the range A4 to D9. We're not including column E, which are totals, or row 10, which are column totals. Then you'll choose recommended charts. Make sure you click insert, recommended charts, and the first one they want us to try, you could scroll down and see there's many different choices to look at. But the first one they want us to choose is what's called stacked column. When you choose the type of chart that you like to look at, it gives it a name and it gives you a sample preview of what it looks like. With the categories and the months, and then it tells you when is a stacked column chart good to use to compare parts of a whole. So then we'll click OK, and then once it gets on your screen, once you have it visible on the screen, then you may decide, oh, I want to change the chart. To do that, make sure it's selected, and you can tell because it has the circle and the box around it, and then on the Chart Tools Design tab, choose Change Chart Type, and we'll choose Align Type instead, and then we'll click OK. And that's a little confusing to read too, so maybe we'll change it one more time. We could go to Change Chart Type, or I can go back to Insert, and then in Recommended Charts, I will go with the first one, which is called Clustered Column. It's easier to read across the screen with the different stores and the legend with the months. To compare values across a few categories. That seems to be the best fit, so I'll click OK. So now we're happy. I'm going to scroll down a little bit and we're going to put this underneath the data because right now it's blocking it. So when you're moving, make sure you're on you have the 4 arrows and you're in an empty space. Don't be on any text. And then just drag it underneath. And where you're dragging it is to A12. And then we're going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to stretch it out to G28. So to G28 and then let go. Whoops. Good. And then what we'll do is right now the legend, which is April, May, and June. So the representation of blue is April, orange is May, and gray is June. And they want it at the top. So if you click the what is called Chart Elements button, the plus sign on the right hand side, you can choose Legend, and there's an arrow to the right. Checked off meaning the legend is there. If I uncheck it, it takes it away. But what we want to do is move it to the top instead of the right. And then just click outside of that. So we've moved the legend from the bottom to the top. When you're looking at this and you notice that the chart title, we're going to be fixing that in a minute, but the legend that we just moved, maybe that the categories should be April, May, and June, so it focuses on the quarter 1 or quarter 3, so quarter 2. So what we'll do is choose, make sure your chart is selected, and then choose the Chart Tools Design, and it's called Switch Row Column. And it's going to, once you click it, reverse the legend, which was once April, May, June, is now the locations, Idaho, Oregon, and so forth. So now we can see what's happened over the course of the 3 months. And you can see California did the most, or did the best in all 3 months, versus June in Idaho did the least amount of sales. So it's a lot clearer to see in a graph than it is with a bunch of numbers and cells. So visually it's easier to read. So now we need to change the chart title and add an axis title for the y-axis and the x-axis. So click the chart title and then do not select it. If you start typing right away, Q2, it goes in the formula bar. So I'll type Q2 sales by state, parentheses, West region, and then when I press enter, it gets replaced with the chart title.